7 o'clock straight up, time for the Morning Meowncements! Morning Meowncements on the Nightcat with Nightcat YouTube channel. This is the kitsch-minded morning show where we get you ready for the day. I am your host, Nightcat. Nightcat in the morning. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm not wearing green, but you're not close enough to pinch me, so you're lucky too, because I do not take kindly to getting pinched on St. Patrick's Day. Ask Jeb in 4th grade how that worked out for him. So St. Patrick's Day, the only green thing that I own, I wore to record tonight's episode of Nightcat with Nightcat. So if you'd like to see the only green in my wardrobe, and I assure you, you do, make sure you tune in later. The episodes of Nightcat with Nightcat drop every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So in exactly 12 hours from now, you'll be seeing Nightcat with Nightcat right here on the Nightcat with Nightcat YouTube channel. Hey, make sure you tell your friends to subscribe to this channel, please. Let's keep growing it. Let's keep making it bigger and better every day. Before we get into the show, which is great, by the way, we're going to dive back into the book of useless information. I've got some really great morning mews for you, and we're going to end the day with some fish. But before we get into any of that, I have to say thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yesterday, I was just flooded. The text line, by the way, 601-557-2281. If you want to play Prize Pawn, text me your first name there. But that line flooded with birthday messages yesterday. My Facebook timeline, my Instagram, my messages, everything just flooded with happy birthday messages, and I felt so loved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to give a very special shout out, though, to one of our night kittens. Her name is Katie Deamer. You've probably seen her over in the chat. I think she's in the chat this morning. Yes, Katie, good morning. Katie came by yesterday and stopped by the set, take a look at it, but also she made this cake. Look how crazy that thing is. It's huge. It's the biggest cake I've ever seen. It looks just like the Monster Book of Monsters from Harry Potter, and I've never had a cake like this before in my entire life. I finally dug into it last night. Oh, it's so good. Katie, you nailed it. Thank you so much for the cake. I loved it. I mean, I got a ton of gifts and a couple of Venmo deposits, which I appreciate. So thank you all so much. I didn't expect anything, but I really appreciate it. You take such good care of me. You're the best. I just can't handle it. All right, enough with the mushy gushy thank you, blah, blah, blah. I think you would like to be here for some stupid news, so let's do it. Let's talk about the Morning Mews. The Morning Mews are the headlines for the day that you might want to know about when you go to school and work. Just something that you can talk to people about around the water cooler. And let's get it started here in Idaho, which was terrifying. A team of paramedics, as well as a truck driver, Good Samaritan, are being hailed as heroes because they came across an accident at a gorge on a bridge in Idaho. The gorge is about 150 feet below the bridge, and a pickup truck had gone off the side of it, and it was like terrifying. The cop got there and he was like, I'm pretty sure I don't want to look over that edge because I'm going to look down there. That's a huge drop. They're going to be dead at the bottom of this gorge. I know it. And he looked over. The truck was dangling by one safety chain. That was it. There was a safety chain on the trailer that they were hauling, and the safety chain got caught, and that's all that kept them dangling off the side of this road. So a truck driver came by, and he goes, well, I've got a ton of chains. If you want to chain the truck to my truck until you can get them out, let's do that. So they did, man. They got chains out. They chained up the truck, and then paramedics who are trained in rope courses, apparently, had no idea about that, got some ropes, and they rappelled down. I gotta show you this. It's just bananas. Look at this. So there's a truck dangling over this bridge, 150-foot drop right below it, nothing to save you but a tiny rope, and this paramedic has gone up and over the bridge, is dangling off. He managed to get inside the truck, got in there with them, put harnesses on the two people. Also, there were two dogs, which the headline failed to mention, but don't worry, the dogs are safe too. We'll get there. So he got in, he harnesses these people, and then he basically just picks them up and passes them over to his buddy who's on the rope there, ropes them into his rope line, and then gets them up to safety, as well as the two dogs, which is just insane. But if it hadn't been just the exact right mix, like exactly a semi-truck driver with a ton of chains, if they didn't have paramedics who had gone through all those ropes courses and could tie knots very quickly, if they didn't have rope, who knows what could have happened? That's just absolutely bonkers. Look at that accident. It is so scary. No, thank you. Demi Lovato, her highly anticipated documentary. It's called Dancing with the Devil. It details her struggles with drug abuse as well as the night in 2018 when she overdosed. And like, we all knew it was bad when she overdosed, but I don't think any of us really realized how bad it actually got. And so she really opens up about this at the documentary. It premiered Tuesday night, last night, at the South by Southwest Film Festival. And we're finally getting some details about what she actually went through. She says that when she went to the hospital for the overdose, she was legally blind for 2 months. Legally blind for 2 months. She couldn't see. She's like, I woke up and my sister was there, and I couldn't see my sister. I couldn't see anything. And then I guess she says that it took her 2 months before she could even see well enough to read a book. So I don't even know how long it took for her to regain the most of her vision, if she has at all. And she also talks more about that night. She talks about how she went out with some friends. She got back to her house and she started using heroin. And she's pretty sure her dealer cut the heroin with fentanyl. Fentanyl is the worst one, man. Oh, it's so bad. It is addictive. It's the one that killed Michael Jackson. It's not a good thing. And we're finding that more and more in street drugs, that they're lacing them with other things because it'll make it feel more powerful, but it's bad. Fentanyl can kill you very, very quickly. So she's lucky to be alive at all. The documentary, Dancing with the Devil, drops March 23rd on YouTube TV, and everyone is saying it's incredible. And I'm not usually one, like, the only reason I watched the Shawn Mendes documentary on Netflix is because I was front row at one of his concerts, and I was convinced that I was going to be in it. And then I watched it, I was like, disappointing. Without a star, what's the point of even making a movie, Shawn Mendes? You gotta watch your mouth. But Demi Lovato, actually that's a lie. There's one I loved, Miss Americana. And Joanne 5'2". Lady Gaga 5'2", also very good. But this one looks exceptional. I can't wait. All right. You know when you find like old money in your jacket pocket from like your coat, your ski coat from last year, and you have like a $5 in it, and you think it's the best day ever? Well, imagine that was $1 million, because that's what happened to somebody in Kansas. The person, who wishes to remain anonymous, by the way, fair enough, good call. Don't let anyone know you got money now. I guess what happened was this person bought a lottery ticket back during the holidays for the specific special holiday games, and checked the ticket for all the holiday games and just decided, it's not worth it. Didn't get anything. Put the ticket in their car, didn't think much about it. Well, I guess they were cleaning their car out later. They came across this ticket, and they're like, I guess I did have one more draw on this. I'll just take it to the gas station, have them scan it. So the gas station scans it, and the guy was like, you're going to have to call the prize office. I can't tell you anything. The computer's just telling me to call the prize office. So she calls the lottery office, and they're like, make sure you're sitting down. We want to make sure you're sitting down. I'm sure that's like their first course, like, training when you work for the Lottery Association. They're like, make sure everyone's sitting down. Make sure no one's driving. They'll crash. But they're like, all right, sit down. They tell the person to sit down. You've won $1 million. And the person was just like, I couldn't stop screaming. I was so excited. This has been so nice. We're going to use it to pay off a bunch of debt, put it into savings. And you know what? We're going on a vacation. Good for you, honey. This has been a rough year. You take your $1 million and you go on your vacation. Nothing like that'll ever happen to me. The best I can do is occasionally I'll find like a toy, like a Jurassic Park toy or something at the thrift store that's worth $20 and I paid 50 cents for it. Like, that's my lottery. That's my drugs. That's my fentanyl. That's not funny to joke about. Stop it. And that is the Morning Mews. Before we continue with the show, I have a couple of people to thank. Patreon.com. Oh, wow, that's not right at all. There we go. Oh, my graphics were all off. Boom. Patreon.com/NightCatShow. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's this really awesome service that helps you support your favorite independent artists and shows, just like Nightcat with Nightcat. Plus, we do Morning Meowncements, Nightcat Radio podcast. Soon we'll be doing Curiosity Killed Nightcat. I'm going to have a companion series as well called Nightcat After Dark. After Dark. Where I talk about the spicier things. I try to keep Morning Meowncements a lot more family friendly. Nightcat with Nightcat is a little spicier. The spiciest, though, will be Nightcat After Dark. We're going to talk about all sorts of crazy fun things that might have just been a little too spicy for a family show. And I'm pretty excited about that one. That one's coming, I think, in April. I know I pushed it, I'm sorry. But you get access to that exclusively through Patreon. Those videos will not be on YouTube. So if you want access to any of this, or if you just want to support me, the best way to do it, patreon.com/NightCatShow. I got a $3 tier and a $5 tier here. You can pledge either amount. It just takes it from your card monthly and helps me keep improving the show. Part of the thing you get, though, when you become a patron is I shout you out on an episode of Morning Meowncements or Nightcat with Nightcat. So I want to give a very special thank you to these patrons. First of all, we got Casey. Casey, I'm sorry, I only got a first name. I couldn't find your last name anywhere. So if your name is Casey and you're a patron, you're nailing it. Thank you so much, Casey. Cassandra Morgan. Cassandra, thank you so much. Katie Deamer. God bless your beautiful soul, Katie Deamer. She's the one that made the monster cake. She's also a patron, and she has bought a ton of stuff off the merch store. Katie, you are just the best. Thank you. Thank you for being a patron. I just can't get enough of you. Kylie Miller, thank you, Kylie. You're the best. And Michelle McCarthy. If you would like to join the ranks, if you'd like your shout out on the show, if you would like any of the things that I mentioned before, patreon.com/NightCatShow. And if you're looking for other ways you could support, you can always check out, boom, the merch store. NightCatMerch.com is the place to go to get your Nightcat hoodies, jackets, phone covers. Oh, you gotta see the phone cover, by the way. I love it. So good. Get yourself a phone cover. The underoos are very soft. I really like those. Mugs. I also have the Nightcat Toy Shack over there. I started selling toys. They're very fun. And I try to get really silly, crazy, fun, unique things posted over there. Again, that's all available at nightcatmerch.com. My graphic there is messed up too. What is going on? Anyway, it's not important. Let's keep going. Moving on to... this is just fun stuff, I think. The Book of Useless Information. So, the Book of Useless Information, if you're unfamiliar, is this... I got a book in this series from the thrift store a long time ago about American conspiracies, and they just make a bunch of these, like, they call them bathroom reader books. So these bathroom reader books are just a lot of fun, full of random, stupid, useless facts. But this is why I'm so full of random, stupid, useless facts. I read things like this all the time. It's never going to help me. I won't pass a math test, but I can tell you all about the penny. So there's a whole page in here all about the penny, which I think is really interesting. But this I thought was the most interesting thing about it. Since 1909, Abraham Lincoln has been the star of the penny, but it wasn't always that way. They've had 11 different pennies, including the popular Indian head design introduced in 1859. Now, here's the crazy thing about that, by the way. The native that's on the Indian penny, she is neither a princess nor native. She was just some white girl. She's the daughter of the sculptor, and he made her look kind of native and put her on the penny. So, you know, just staying right in line with what we do around here. But this is the craziest thing. I'm actually going to show you here with the fish camera. But if you've ever looked at a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny, you'll notice that the dime, nickel, and quarter, all of the presidents are facing to the left. But Lincoln is facing to the right. And I never really noticed this. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you'll see we got the dime. He's facing to the left, facing to the left, facing to the left. Then we got this guy. This little holdout. By the way, I got these all out of my Hogwarts Express piggy bank. But so everyone, there were all these conspiracy theories for a long time about I'm sorry, this is the one. There were all these conspiracy theories at the time about why was he facing the other way? What did he know? What did he, were they all looking into a future and he was looking the other way? What's the symbolism? What's the meaning? What does the Illuminati have to do with it? Nothing. Here's what happened. People have long imagined a secret meaning behind this, but Victor David Brenner, the sculptor of the Lincoln penny, explained that he has worked from a photo of Lincoln facing to the right. It was that simple. Literally, that's the only reason. Because they gave him a picture, they were like, hey, sculpt a make a penny. And he goes, yeah, I can do that. And he just went off the picture. Had they given him a picture of him facing to the left, we probably would just have a regular penny facing the same direction as everyone else. So, again, sometimes... Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that all conspiracy theories are wrong. There are plenty of conspiracy theories that I believe. I think there are alien cover-ups. I think there are Bigfoot cover-ups. I think the government knows a lot more about those things than they're telling us. But, you know, sometimes the simplest answer is the correct answer. In fact, most of the time. The simplest answer is his reference material was just a little flipped. That's it. And that is why the Lincoln penny faces the wrong way, which I think is a very fun fact that you could tell all of your friends. Alrighty, what do we got next? We're going to play Prize Pond. I hope you've been texting me to 601-557-CAT1, 601-557-2281. Text me your first name, and I might be calling you right meow. Random scroll. Let's see. I might be calling you. Let's double check that our phone is ringing. There we go. Yes.
Hello?
Hey, is this Rachel?
It is.
Rachel, it's Nightcat. How are you?
Well, hey, it's been great. How are you?
I am so stinking good. What are you up to this morning?
Just working.
Just working. Ugh.
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
Boo.
Boo!
I work from home and I do sales and service on a bunch of different things that have filters.
Oh, that's cool.
It's as exciting as it sounds.
Sounds very exciting. You know what's so funny too is I was over at I was at the doctor's office, maybe like the dentist, I want to say, and like I was in the room right next to the break room, so these employees came in, they were all smiles and happy, and then I could hear them duck into the break room through the wall. I hate this place. I can't wait to get out of here. Everyone is pretty upset about their job, so you're not alone, trust me.
Yeah.
Well, Rachel, how would you feel about playing some Prize Pond?
Yay, yes, awesome. I'm ready.
Fantastic. Okay, have you watched us play Prize Pond before?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how it works, but for those of you at home who don't, here's what we got going on behind me. This is a fish tank. We call it the Prize Pond, and in the Prize Pond, I've got a fishing pole and I've got a fishing net. I'm gonna ask you, Rachel, would you prefer the fishing pole or the fishing net? Both of them have fantastic prizes attached to them, but you can only pick one. Which one will it be?
Ooh, let's do the net.
You want to do the net? All right.
Yep, let's do it.
Oh, it actually did get stuck. Normally, I just fake the struggle. All right, there we go. You've got yourself, a mini Etch-a-Sketch. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Have you played with an Etch-a-Sketch lately? Are you any good with the Etch-a-Sketch?
It's been a really long time. I bought one for my kids like a long time ago. It was the best gift I ever bought them. So
it's so fun. I've seen like Etch-a-Sketch art. Like I've interviewed an Etch-a-Sketch artist before. Her stuff is insane. What these people can make with an Etch-a-Sketch is bananas. And maybe you could, find those same artiste skills with your Etch-a-Sketch doodle. But I have to ask, it's no fun if there's not a little temptation. Would you like to throw the Etch-a-Sketch back into the prize pond and see what's on the hook? It could be better, or, it could be my dirty sock. Who knows?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and have some fun and pick the fishing pole.
You want to do the pole? All right, let's get the hook. Ugh. My little Spider-Man fishing pole. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. All right. Ooh, you actually, I think, personally, made the way better call. Because you've just won yourself an alligator that grows to 600% of its body when you put it in water.
Sweet.
I love a grow your own gator.
Yay!
I gotta tell you, I think someone at the dollar store is obsessed with alligators like I am, because the dollar store has the best alligator stuff you'll ever see in your entire life.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to go check it out.
All right, Rachel, I will get this in the mail for you. It'll probably come sometime next week. Thank you so much for playing.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. This is awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad. I hope you have a fantastic day. Power through your job, and I hope you do something nice tonight, like watch some Netflix or something.
Thanks, will do.
Okay, talk to you later.
Bye, Jackson.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
If you would ever like to play Prize Palm, we play every day here on the Nightcap with Nightcat channel. You just gotta wake up early and text your first name. 601-557-CAT1 is the number to play. All right, let's see. We did Prize Pond. We did the Lincoln Penny. We thanked our patrons. We did the Morning Mews. Oh my gosh, I think it's time then. I think it's time we turn it over to the fish. Doesn't that feel like it went so fast? Hey, couple of pieces of business before you go. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be safe. If you're gonna go out, please don't obviously drink and drive. There's Uber. You're gonna be fine. If you are gonna go out, make sure you keep your distance, wear your mask, don't take unnecessary risks. We're almost out of the woods, you guys. I can feel it in my bones. Everyone's getting their vaccine. Home stretch. Don't let St. Patrick's Day be the thing that ruins it for everyone, okay? So be safe, have fun, take care of yourselves. If you would like at any point to just leave me a message or a voicemail, I love voicemails, they're my favorite. 601-557-CAT1 is the number to call. Check out the merch store, nightcatmerch.com, for all of your Nightcat merch as well as the Nightcat Toy Shack. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/nightcatshow, and you can find this and every other episode of the Morning Announcements as well as Nightcap with Nightcat, the audio versions, on Nightcat Radio. Look for Nightcat Radio on your favorite podcast directory. You can also find all of this stuff in the link tree below. If you go into the description of this video, you're going to see something called a link tree. You just click on that. The links to everything are on one conveniently located page. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for being so wonderful. I'm going to turn it over to the fish. Here are your 3 minutes of fish.